Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises to Yahweh by Shemi Awashai, that wants to elder apostles a great millstone, and salutations to you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Alright, this is another World War III update. Okay, as you can see, it says Russian carrier takes part in massive strikes on terrorists in Syria's Idlib and Homs provinces. Okay, breaking news. It says Russian military has launched a large-scale operation against terrorist station in Homs. Okay, I read that already. It says today at 10:30 and 11, we launched a large-scale operation against a position of the Islamic State and al-Nusra terrorist groups in the provinces of Idlib and Homs. Shoigu said at the meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and today's leadership of the Russian armed forces. The Admiral Kuznetsov aircraft carrier, the flagship of Russian Navy, is also taking part, and Shoigu said that this is the first time the Admiral Kuznetsov has taken part in a military operation. Sukhoi Su-33 fighter jets have been launched from the deck of the carrier, the defense ministry said. Terrorist positions have been hit with cruise missiles from the frigate Admiral Grigorevich. Shoigu added, the strikes are targeting factories and arms depots operated by the jihadists in Syria, he said. Okay, so I mean, these are strategic moves, okay, that Russia is making in Syria, okay. Like in the last World War III up there, it says the strikes are targeting factories, okay, armed depots. So it's hitting them hard. It's hitting their supply sources, okay, in Syria. All right. Now, if you look, we have some propaganda going on, okay. Now I'll bring up what propaganda means in a minute, you know, so we get full spectrum of this. This is RT News, Russia, okay. And we're gonna go to another site, okay, and it says this is the Middle East Eye, okay. It says Aleppo and Idlib, tens killed in Syrian-Russian airstrikes, says report. Syria war. The attacks come after Syrian government forces sent warning messages to rebels, fighters in eastern Aleppo. Okay, so the Syrian government is sending warning to the rebels, okay, which are completely opposed to the Syrian government, okay, but they warning them anyways, all right. But the Syrian government know that the U.S. is backing those rebels, okay, so they know that they're right along with ISIS, okay. Now look at this. This is more than likely in American news site, because check this out. It says at least 15 civilians, including children, have been killed and tens of others injured in Syrian government airstrikes over neighborhoods. Okay, we got some propaganda going on here, okay? In the RT News, it just stated about, only thing it stated was that terrorists were killed. It didn't state no civilian casualties, okay? It paints Assad and Vladimir Putin out to be good people, like as if they're just only killing the terrorists, okay, which is their main purpose, okay. It was their main purpose, and but U.S. media, okay, it says at least 15 civilians killed. It don't really list. See, it's funny, man. It doesn't list. It doesn't say, oh, they killed terrorists. It say they killed civilians and injured them. All right. So we see the propaganda going on here. Okay. It says the targeted areas include rebel-held neighborhoods of Al-Salhin, Al-Shahad, Al-Sakrari, and in eastern Aleppo. Meanwhile, Russia airstrikes over the suburbs of Idlib have reportedly seen at least 9 civilians killed and others injured in residential areas of several villages, according to Arabic News website. Okay, so it says according to Arabic News website. So more than likely, these Arabic or Arabic, news sites are in cohesion with the U.S. It says Russian airstrikes targeted a hospital in Alev's Benish. 2 members of the medical team were injured, while parts of the hospital were destroyed. Syrian army airstrikes targeting the cities of Marat, Al-Numan, Ka'an, Sheikhoun, and Idlib provinces also killed an infant and mother, injured several others. The attacks came as Syrian army forces attempt to move in eastern Aleppo, supported by Russian airstrikes across several neighborhoods and villages in Tahi region, reported Al Jazeera. It says, okay. But rebel forces said that tens of soldiers from the Syrian army were killed and injured in an airstrike that mistakenly targeted a military position in Karm Trab in eastern Aleppo. Okay. We see as the previous World War III update, it's Aleppo. It's all about Aleppo, okay? Because that's the last stronghold of the Syrian war. It says Syrian army warns residents in East Aleppo. The attack came after residents in East Aleppo received messages on Sunday from the army giving opposition's fighters 24 hours to leave. Okay, so they warning the people to leave. Okay, the Syrian government. All right. It says Turkish warplanes target is in push to take Raqqa. Okay, while Syrian army, just skimming through this. Okay, but we see the point here. We see propaganda going on here. All right, propaganda. Okay, you see the opposing side saying that okay, we killed the terrorists, and you have the opposite side saying that okay, civilians were killed. It doesn't state nothing about how many casualties of terrorists were killed. All right, so I'm gonna pull this up in Wikipedia. It says propaganda. Okay, it's information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or point of view. Oxford Online Dictionaries. Propaganda is often associated with psychological mechanisms of influence and altering the attitude of a population toward a specific cause. Okay, so the media propaganda is one of the is a very, very, very critical weapon. All right, because it gets the minds of the people, to the opposing side, to the opposing enemy. Okay, so if you get the people to see that okay, Syrian government, they're bad people, and the Russian people are bad people because they're killing civilians, okay, then you get the minds of the people on your side, so therefore they support the war. Not only that, if it was a draft to come, they will feel as if they're doing the right thing, they're justified. All right, okay, they wouldn't rebuttal against it. Okay, it says position or political agenda in effort to form a consensus to a standard set of belief patterns. Propaganda is information that is not impartial and is used primarily to influence an audience and further an agenda, often by presenting facts. Okay, and that's pretty much it on that. All right. But with that, I'm gonna close out. Esau calling me at work, so I'll continue later on.